April 12, 2016. City of Yorkton, Canada. Margaret Niebergel drops her 16-year-old granddaughter Mekayla Bali off at Sacred Heart School in the morning when it's about 8:10 or 8:20. By evening around 4 p.m. when Margaret arrived at school to pick her up, Mekayla was missing. What followed was a huge series of investigations. During the investigation process, the police found some evidence, CCTV footages, statements of friends, and so on. It was just a bunch of dots that can't all fit together. Who is Mekayla Bali? Mekayla Bali is a Canadian citizen born on July 2, 1999. As Mekayla Margaret Kim Niebergel in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. Her mother, Paula Marie Bali, works as a consultant for the Ministry of Social Services of the Government of Saskatchewan. Bali lived with her mother, aunt, maternal grandmother, and two younger siblings in Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Mekayla's mother described her as a shy and quiet girl, and she was not a risky kid. One of her high school friends described her as a caring and very conscious about what her friends' needs were. In the days before her disappearance, Bali had talked about leaving town and going on vacation. Shelby, her close friend, said she thought her friend was just dreaming. They used to talk about moving to a bigger city like Saskatoon and Regina where there were more things for young people and better places to shop, not like the old lady clothes stores at the local mall. On April 11, 2016, Bali told her friends that she had received 5,000 Canadian dollars in her bank account. Between 5:30 and around 6 p.m., Bali called TD Bank customer service 3 times. She checked her account balance and transferred $25. On April 12, 2016, Oksana Yakiwuk, a friend of Bali, got the first text message from Bali at 6:41 a.m. "Can you take me to the bank? The bank doesn't open till like 8 or something," Oksana replied. Bali's grandmother, Margaret Niebergel, told RCMP she dropped Bali off at school between about 8:10 and 8:20 a.m. The school Wi-Fi network showed she logged on at about 8:08 a.m. At 8:21 a.m., Bali put a binder inside her locker. Police said the binder had nothing of significance in it. By 8:26 a.m., she had left the school through a back entrance. It's not clear what path Bali took when she left the school that morning, along the main road or a trail through the bush, but she was soon captured by a surveillance camera at the Super C convenience store. It recorded her walking along the railroad tracks until she left the frame. Bali was next seen at the local TD Bank. She arrived before the bank opened. Bali withdrew $55 from the bank, then headed east toward Terry's Pawn and Bargain, where she arrived at 9 a.m. She approached owner Terry Hedden as he stood doing his morning chores. Bali was there to get a silver ring assessed, according to Hedden. Silver value's really low, so it just wasn't enough value in the ring to even bother making an offer on it, Hedden said. She was quiet, didn't seem to be in any distress or anything. At about 9:10, cameras recorded her entering a combined Tim Hortons Wendy's restaurant, buying a drink and sitting down at a table. Over the next 45 minutes, she was spotted by several cameras near the restaurant. She used her phone repeatedly, sending text messages and making what appeared to be lengthy phone calls. At 10:12, she texted a friend saying, "Hey, I need help," followed by, "Never mind, I figured it out," a few minutes later. She left and re-entered again. At 10:43, she started a short conversation with an older woman for help in renting a hotel room, which the lady declined. After the conversation, Bali used her phone again and left the restaurant for the last time. At 11:59 a.m., Bali was back at the Sacred Heart High School. She told two students, Ollie Clarkson and Wanik Buckle, that she was going to take a bus for a vacation to Regina. 3 minutes later, a surveillance camera over the front door caught Bali walking back out the school doors. The footage shows her walking away, stepping out of view as she rounds a corner away from the school entrance. That clip is the last confirmed sighting of Mekayla Bali in more than 2 years. At 3:40 p.m., Bali's grandmother Margaret Niebergall was still waiting in the parking lot for her granddaughter to come out. At 4 p.m., Bali missed her violin rehearsal. Her mother Paula Bali reported her missing just before 8 p.m. By 7 a.m. the next morning, her cell phone was turned off. Initially, the investigation was carried out by Royal Canadian Mounted Police Corporal Kim Stewart. By the time Stewart started work on the 13th, the night shift officers had already contacted banks and phone companies. She went about interviewing Bali's friends, calling them back multiple times to clarify details as new information came in. After 3 weeks, Yorkton RCMP handed the Bali file over to the General Investigations section. Police reviewed hundreds of hours of surveillance camera footage provided by local businesses and conducted dozens of interviews with potential witnesses to piece together Bali's movements on April 12, 2016. Although she used her phone extensively throughout the day, no phone calls were registered by her cell phone provider, and she is believed to have used social media apps to communicate. Bali's friends said she communicated with people through social media, Instagram, Snapchat, and possibly an anonymous app called Kik. Bali's known social media accounts went silent, but they remain live. One Instagram account under her name has hundreds of followers but no photos, indicating there may have been pictures that have since been deleted. The About Me section simply says, "Goodbye." Police in Canada have warned parents that the Kik is used by predators to groom young women, adding that it has fewer parental controls and allows strangers to contact strangers without any initial approval, such as agreeing to be friends. In August 2017, RCMP conducted a 3-day, ground grid search in a wooded area near Bali's high school in Yorkton. However, no new evidence regarding Bali's whereabouts resulted from the search. Police never confirmed a suspect in the case, but did announce a person of interest. This person was seen by witnesses leaving the Trail Stop restaurant with Bali. He was described as having a stocky build, muscular arms, dark hair, and a large, prominent tattoo of a fiery cross on his forearm. However, police contacted him, but none of these efforts led to any further leads. It has been more than 7 years since 16-year-old Mekayla Bali vanished from her hometown of Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Still no leads. Police have consistently treated Bali's disappearance as a missing persons case and said that they have no evidence of foul play. Bali's social media posts indicated that she was unhappy and planned to leave. However, her mother points out that these posts are very old and were no longer relevant at the time of her disappearance. Similarly, Bali's mother said she initially thought her daughter might have run away, but that she quickly changed her mind when she realized that her acne medication, as well as money she kept at home for emergencies, were untouched. In 2019, a government report was released detailing the problem of human trafficking in Saskatoon. In particular, the cities of Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, and Regina were named as important hubs. Yorkton, the place where Bali disappeared, is in the middle of these places. Consistent with this, Bali's mother has said several times that she fears her daughter may have become a victim of trafficking. Bali had an extensive online presence on a number of social media apps where she chatted with other people, often using a number of different aliases. On March 1, 2016, Bali wrote both on her Snapchat and one of her Instagram accounts, "Looking for Snapchat friends because I have none in real life. Add me," which led some people to believe that she was subsequently contacted by a person involved in her disappearance. Kik has been accused of providing inadequate parental control and offering anonymity to potentially malicious actors, and Bali's friends have confirmed that they did not know much about who she was in contact with online. On the 6th anniversary of her disappearance, an anonymous donor added $60,000 to the reward fund, bringing the total reward to $100,000. Shelby, a friend of Bali, sent Bali a message through Snapchat on the day she disappeared. Somebody opened that message about 3 months